Hi, it's Renee Bird, and I hope you are all well. I'm here for another Who Am I talk with an amazing lady. I always love supporting my ladies' empowerment. And she is called Tamara Kramer, and she is the CEO of Studio 68 London and Women's Academy and Studio 68 Fitness. This woman is out of this world. She's got so much going on. And under lockdown, I was thinking to myself, how are people coping when they've got fitness, studios and dance recording studios and things like that? So I've been so excited to connect with Tamara. She is gorgeous. She is Spanish, so she has that salsa and that amazing spirit that a lot of people from overseas have. And I'm so excited to introduce you to her. So hello, Tamara. How are you, sweetie pie? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just enjoying this moment. I like to get together with the women, so super happy.
I'm so happy to have you. And you're just amazing. You're a CEO, founder of so many different things that you're doing. And you've got a fantastic story. There's always a story behind women. And I'm always excited to share the experiences that women have. I think a lot of people right now in lockdown are learning about themselves, are being inspired by people like yourself. So I'm so excited to hear your story. Tell me, how did it all start? Where
Well,
did it begin?
and where it all started. I mean, Studio 68 London. I mean, I came to the UK just for life experience, just to see what will bring. Try and learn the language because obviously I'm Spanish, as you said, and I didn't know what it was going to be. Oh, let me go to London for a year.
Yeah.
And after I lived in the States for 3 years, I decided to, just expand a little bit more, see what was going on in the world. And I had a few family members here. So I decided to just come and see what it was all about. And I'm still here. So the process, it was very interesting because I started working as a waitress. I wanted to pursue my career as a dancer. I wanted to get into the entertainment industry and just I had a little passion for a little bit of the business side, a little bit of the artistic side. And the dancing side took me to a lot of great places, in between doing jobs as waitressing, working on a TV production company called Granada. I work as a PA. In between jobs and training in my dance and doing some great shows, old school Top of the Pops and blah, blah, blah. You can imagine, all them great things that you've got over here in the UK. I ended up staying in the country a little bit longer and saved some money for 11 years in between all these crazy jobs and dancing jobs and getting injured and, and getting tired and overdo it yourself. Do you know what it is when you want to achieve something, it goes, to the next level, and sometimes we forget to look after ourselves. I decided to open a studio 11 years later called Studio 68 London, which the idea was to just create a place where dancers will feel at home. It will be a place where training will be different. There'll be no memberships. There'll be an hour and a half classes instead of 1 hour. It'll be in central London, and it'll be classes will be taught by professional top choreographers from TV shows. I built up a really good connection over the years with the industry and my dance jobs, teaching for Pineapple Dance Studios, which I taught for like 10 years. So, I decided to just open the studio, which it was a lot of work, including losing a lot of money because my builders, when we first started, after like maybe 3 months, they ran off with some of the money. So there are stories of builders. Anyway, generalize, but
they don't understand. See, they always see the finished article, don't they, Tamara? They have no idea the work and graphs and tears and stress that you go through to build and create what you've created. They don't see that. They see the end result, don't they?
Don't. So I was about to open, and the week just before opening, and we were finishing the toilets, the whole palaver went into pieces. They walked away with the money. I had to find another team, which luckily they just managed to put a toilet and a basin to make sure we could open. We had a turnout of 250, I think it was 256 people turning up the first day. They were all free dance classes. People were asking about the information, how it was going to work. We had a lot of good response. We had dancers coming from all over because we obviously publicized it, and we just went all over Facebook and social media. There was no Instagram at that time. It was in 2010. It was the 10th of
Yeah.
October, 2010. 10, 10, 10. So it was a great response, and then the name just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger with all the all the classes, choreographers, and things that we were doing. And then we had all the TV shows wanted to be involved and have a rehearsal space over there. We had like the X Factor, Strictly Come Dancing. We had celebrities like Lady Gaga, Jason Derulo, which I worked for over 4 years, but that's another story. We had Pussycat Dolls. Anybody that was in the industry ended up using the facilities. And then we had Netflix people, filming production companies, and yeah, it kind of just went really, really fast. It started picking, and then with time, I just wanted to build something else up, and then just trying to expand on what the studio was all about, not created just for professional dancers. I wanted to include different women that were from the offices and their moms, and they just don't have that time, and they just, we can create something that will not make them feel uncomfortable in the studio. And yeah, I just created the Popular Women Academy now, which it's gone as well to a different dimension for my soul as a woman, because as you get older, you've got other things you want to do. And I created this academy for women to build confidence, to go into a dance class, to wear some heels, to to feel themselves, after a broken relationship or having babies, or and now we get together on a regular basis, obviously not on the coronavirus period, but when there's no coronavirus, we just get together and we have our chats after class, before class. Oh, my hair this, and I put on it, and I want to do it, and I feel really bad because my husband has done this, and it's kind of like a night out, but instead of doing it on a Friday, Saturday, we do it on a Tuesday night at the studio, and it's super fun.
That's amazing. So you're just, wow, from being a dancer, from being a model, from then creating a studio,
Yeah.
then working with all the top brands, then enabling them to use your facilities. Because people don't realize there's rehearsals that go on with Strictly, there's rehearsals that go on with tours and X Factor. And then you said, you know what, I'm going to use my space to empower women. And
Yes.
that's incredible.
That's something that I studied a little course years ago of how to become a life coach when I went through a little bit of a traumatic situation. And I just thought that when you go through experiences yourself, there's nothing better than try and just pass your knowledge and the way that you dealt with the situation with other women. So I thought it was probably the best choice that I can actually do. And I can't tell you the stories, women with, being abandoned by the parents, being mistreated by men, losing jobs and getting under depression. It's crazy. But now some of them have managed to follow up the process, and they build up their own little businesses, and we're still in touch, and we get together, and it's a fantastic feeling to know that I've been able to help all these women, and it's still going. So it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. And it's from your heart, I can feel that. I can
Yeah.
feel
Oh
that
yeah.
you really enjoy this. It's your mission, it's your purpose, it's an extension of you. And you said something very powerful, that you're able, from your own experiences, to pour out. And people don't realize the best teachers are people that have walked a journey. It's very easy, you look at alcoholism and you look at drug addiction. The best people to get someone off of something like that is who's gone through it. It's very easy for us to have a judgment and say, oh, by the way, do this. But no one's really going to understand that. A breakup, no one's going to understand it unless you've gone through the stages of a breakup, trauma, loss of a child, loss of a marriage. And you've put all these women together to learn from each other. And it's powerful, you know, it's a
Yeah.
testament to you. That's phenomenal,
And
Tamara.
then when they message me, like even out of 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 the period we're at the studio, like, hey T, like, do you have time? I was like, oh, of course I've got time. There's
Yeah.
always time. I was like, if I can't reply now, I'm gonna come back to you. If it's not by a text, if it's not by a phone call, if it's not by a video call, we just
Yeah.
get to get up on my little corner here, as you can see,
Yes.
for these things to happen. So yeah, I love them, and introducing also fitness, which is the 68 fitness
Mm.
program that I do at the studio, which is, it helps us with, our energy going out, which is what we were talking about just before the interview, where, you get on a bike and you just get all, hype up, your energy is
Yeah.
good, you feel good because you're doing something for your body, for your soul, for you as a woman, and thinking, let me just switch off from the wall and let me just go and do this for me. So, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. So you're looking after their mind, body, and soul effectively,
Yes.
isn't
Yeah.
it? It's all round because that people don't realize it's all those. It's a circular because we neglect any part of it. It affects us. I mean, in this season, I
Mhm.
know how I've been feeling. It's been a tough one, and I'm a very positive person, and I try my best to be positive and put out the right energy. But after being in isolation and being in lockdown, it's been tough. So you have to go through daily mantras and surround yourself around people that are uplifting you and giving you positive affirmations and things like that. And you're doing all of that for them, and that's phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I think, obviously you as a woman know that we go through things that a lot of people, especially men, will never understand. And it gets to a point when you start getting older, 20s, you got your 30s, and you get into your 40s, that you just, what, like, you got to get to that point where, okay, I can't be just dancing around all the because first of all, your body can't take it. So
No.
what else can I do that I love that will actually help and will be still related to my industry, but something that will help me, will help them, will help us all to just feel we're in a community of people and women that, no matter what it is, we don't get judged and we can just talk about it and then
Definitely.
just feel sexy. People didn't make us feel sexy in the past, or somebody told us we're not. Well, between us, we're gonna do it. We don't need nobody else to tell us. We're
Right.
gonna find a way. We're gonna love ourselves, even though some days we wake up and we can't love ourselves every day, and that's okay. We gotta just accept it. But
Yes.
we know how to deal with it, and we know how to talk to each other because we can relate to it.
No, definitely. And that's what you're doing. I think it's important um, in this season and even before, some women are struggling with, body image. That's a classic. What is this
All of
body
us.
thing? Everybody thinks that I need to look like that, I need to look like this. In being entertainment, they're very, very ruthless about what you should be and what you shouldn't. Over this season in lockdown, I put on a bit of pounds. I've always been very slim throughout all my 20s and 30s, and I got a bit older, my body went, oh, I'm going to hold on to stuff. And I was doing like lots of luxury lifestyle reviews, eating all the time in hotels. Of course, I piled on the pounds. And then it made me feel really self-conscious because I'm used to being in the public eye. You saw yourself getting a little bit bigger. And then I said, you know what? It's normal once in a while to put on a few pounds. And I'm not going to feel bad about this. I've got to be as natural as I can and then work towards, losing so it looks, pleasing to the eye. When you're in camera, TV, you look bigger anyway.
Oh
But
yeah.
you have to be so careful that it doesn't start affecting your mental health, because a lot of women are literally going through so much and then they don't feel that they're acceptable. They don't feel their body's the right way, or their bum, their thighs, their legs. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the whole social media, it's destroying health, but it also destroys a lot of confidence for women. So if you're already on a bad situation in life, could be a relationship or something you've had with your family, and then you go to the situation of going into your social media and looking at somebody and try and compare yourself when half of the social media is photoshopped,
That's right.
then you're in trouble. You're totally in trouble. So having a community of women together, as we say,
Yeah.
to just stop that. You got to just look at yourself and go, you know what? It's okay not to feel okay.
Yeah, no, I love that. It's important. And I think that I mean, I'm an influencer, singer, songwriter. I do a lot of stuff on social media. And I do try and give the best version of me. Yes, there's going to be pictures when I do for shoots and videos that are going to be enhanced slightly or changed just to bring out the best. But equally, I'm happy to also do a picture where I have no makeup. I've had, like, over this season, because we're mask wearing, my skin started to break out. I've
Oh,
always had flawless skin, and it was tough, and I'm doing programs like this, but I said, you know what, it's normal, it happens. You just got to work through it, because that's the humanity of a person. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to get a pimple. Sometimes some of the biggest stars have got the worst skin on earth. If you was to see
Oh,
them close, it's frightening. But
yes.
it's
I mean,
normal.
even myself, like when people go like, "Oh, you should be very happy," I said, "Baby girl, I've got psoriasis. I've got a skin problem myself, but I look after it. And when it's not in a good condition, it's okay. Like I will still go to the beach even if I had a few little spots coming up, one place or the other. And if people look at me funny, then don't look.
That's right.
Do not look.
And it's like owning it, isn't it? It's owning whatever you are, and owning, because I think a lot of us go, oh, I don't want to put it out there. And I love when I see people on Instagram and you see them got cellulite, or you see they've got spot. It's normal. We do. I don't know any woman, most slim women, bigger women.
Everybody has cellulite. I have cellulite too, and I'm not ashamed to say it, because it's there. It's normal. It's your skin. You get older. It's your hormones. It's what it is. So what?
I know, and we put so much pressure on ourselves to have this perfection. But I've got this thing about being the best version of yourself. So whatever that version is, it's you being the best of you, being comfortable in your skin, embracing who you are, being healthy. You know, there's different sizes, but you want to be healthy so you're not going to get ill and certain things start attacking you. But
That's
don't feel bad if you are a bigger size. Don't feel bad if you're a smaller size. Be comfortable with you. And you know, your Woman Academy, I can hear very clearly it's doing that. It's enabling women to have a safe space. It's really important. You know, social media, you have trolls that sit down and just go on your page and say horrible stuff, and they're quite horrific. And a lot
Oh,
of people,
it is
oh,
actually a pleasure. Like a lot of my women always say, how do you do this, T? How you show confidence? How can you keep pushing forward? I always say never quit. Even if it's about something that you've gone through, about relationship, or if it's something about your body or your autoesteem, stop it. Don't quit it, because at the end of the day, you are the only person you're gonna live with. You gotta live with yourself. You can't. You gotta train yourself to know that if nobody else is gonna be around, you're the only person that's gonna be around. So you gotta start feeling comfortable with yourself. And this is what I tell them all the time. Stop thinking negatively. Stop listening to people. Only listen to people if they're gonna give you a productive criticism, and then just be positive inside of you. Just try it. And if you can't, just call me. It's okay. Just message me. I'm there.
no, you're right. It's so important. I mean, more than ever, to surround positivity, to, you know, speak affirmations in your life, speak, because it's very easy for people to start staying in a negative mindset, but the negative mindset then enables you to start being negative in the way you act. So you'd be surprised if just changing your language, changing your environment, you know, some people could be very negative and very ooh, and you're around them and you start feeling a little bit. So you have to raise the vibrations and then look at what you do have, because we can very much look at what our lack is. But when you start really thinking and looking around the world and you see different situations, oh my God, how blessed are we? You know, with on this call, I have food, roof over my head, food in abundance, and all the other things that are adding on to me that I'm very fortunate to have being in my position. And then when you start looking at that, you're like, actually, life is good. So you have to reframe. And I know it's all relative to your circumstance, because I can't judge somebody saying, oh, they go, well, you're okay, but I can't eat. I get it. But still, we still need to try and look at what we do have, because in parts of the world, they even not even eating. They're literally running as we speak. So it is hard to do that. But when I do have a moment of, oh, wow, I have to go, oh, no, stop, Renee. Eat, you're blessed. Just reframe it and just give gratitude is the word, isn't it? You have to do.
Absolutely. How many times we go, I don't have this, I don't have that, I wish I did got that. But then you stop yourself and go, let me appreciate, let me just sit in what I have, because clearly an empire and a body, a sense of, peace on yourself doesn't take one day to get. Like millionaires are not built on one day. They looked at perfect body, which there's no perfect body because everybody is different. It doesn't take one day. The important thing is that you work towards something that will make you feel a little bit happier with yourself. And nothing material is going to make you happy. This is what people don't understand as well. The material stuff never makes you happy.
No.
As a successful businesswoman and owning this and owning that, it doesn't make you happy. What makes you happy is to know that your inside is good, that you're a good person, that you know exactly what, that you take the time for yourself to then provide it to yourself to provide to somebody else. These
Yeah.
material things just drive me crazy, but
Yeah.
I know when you don't have it, you want it.
Yeah,
So
it's true. It's that inner peace, isn't it?
yeah,
And everyone's searching for it. And I think even more in this season, we've been under lockdown for more time than we've ever been. We've spent time with ourselves more than we've ever have. And sometimes it's been ugly for some people. They didn't actually know who they were, didn't know who their partner was, didn't know who their family was. And it's been challenging. But I really believe at the end of this, people will go through a cycle of discovery, and it can go one or two ways. I pray that a lot of people will then go for what's theirs, really do that traveling, take that job, change the lifestyle, do whatever you need to do. Because in this season, it's proven because of our vulnerability of our health that any point we could have lost it. I mean, I got COVID, I survived it. I'm here to tell the story, but I might not have made it. You start and you think about these things. So for me now, more than ever, I've got this vigor for life to go, well, I'm going for it. I was going for it before because I've always been pushing, but now ain't nothing stopping me. So we just got to look at what's around and look at this moment as a reset, a rethink, and a recharge. And I'm really excited. We're coming out, hopefully, the roadmap. I watch the news. I'm like, come on, Boris,
yeah, come on, let's push forward.
do this. And we're going to now start moving and connecting because, we're people that need to be together. We can't be doing all of this. You're on your own. You can't see your friends. You can't kiss your friend. You're from Spain. It's all about love and
Oh
connection.
my God, we're such affectionate people.
Thank you.
When people said, T, you just love that contact with people, you love people. I love people in general. The whole touch and the whole,
Yeah.
affection, and put the hand in the shoulder of somebody and then just show them that, it's okay. But I don't
Right.
know, sometimes people just find that touchiness a little bit invading your space. But where I come from, it's such a nice feeling to just like, hey, are you okay today? Some
Right.
people look at me like, whoa, like what you want from me? I said, I don't want anything from you. All I want is to make sure that you're okay. And we just feel that we're in a good place together. Let's
Yeah.
just, let's just keep that warmth together. But I don't know. Some people is just like, don't touch me. I
Yeah,
don't like this.
it's really hard. I think it's experience and upbringing. I'm Caribbean, you're Spanish. We dance, we get reggaeton, we get have some drink some rum and kick back. You'll be drinking sangria, kick back.
Let's
So we're used to that connection and that dance and that feeling, that spirit, because we come from a hot country. So you can't do nothing else but dance and enjoy yourself and be high. Think of when we get warm here, where everyone breaks out the cars, drop top, everyone's having a great time. So I think your environment, your upbringing, but what I find really interesting, sometimes you can change people because they're not used to it. And then they think, this is really nice. Actually, let me be warmer. I've cuddled somebody just to, diffuse a situation. And they're like, wow, because it's not something they're used to experiencing. So sometimes, even though they're not used to that, we can change them and realize, what? Love is the center of everything, isn't it? And there ain't nothing more special than a hug. That's why in this season I'm looking forward for us coming out because I want a hug. I've missed that human touch more than ever.
don't you feel, I don't know for you, but the most incredible feeling is the moment that somebody comes to you and just welcome you with a nice hug, and you feel that warmth, and you just feel like my day is 20 times better. All that connection with somebody, just even if it's for 1 minute on your day life, is the best feeling in the world.
It is, it is. And that is what I'm excited about. And I'm faithful that we are coming out. And I know for yourself, how does that make you feel? I know it's been a journey for
Yeah.
someone who has a business like this.
I mean, we've been closed for a year. We only had the chance to open for 3 months to limited capacity. We're about to open now the facilities on the 12th of April, but again with more limitations. It's been extremely hard to try and maintain financially the facility because we're in central London.
Yeah.
So it's not easy. And obviously I run the business by myself. I don't have investors, private investors, I don't have sponsors, I have nothing. This is
Wow.
something that I built by myself, being, having a regular job like
course.
Like a lot of business people start, some people start with £5 and a credit card, and some
Yeah,
people work for years, they put the money and they get it stolen, like it happened to me. But I always say, why did I start at something? You can't quit. That's it. You can't just let it go just like this.
yeah,
So I guess when you have, you know, like a good nature, you know how to talk to people, talking to my landlord, you're gonna find that your goal, your vision will always go further, even through the hard times. You can find a way. There is always a way to move forward. I don't know why the negativity it comes to certain situations, because every time, I don't know if you've seen this, but for me, when I lose, I always win.
that's
And
right.
with business and with people, you lose somebody if they don't want to be there, they maybe not meant to be there, but you want the experience and you want the chance of knowing how not to act in certain way again. And the same with business. You know, you have your business, you invested your money in some way, but maybe you lost because that cafe or that
Yeah,
smoothie bar didn't work out, and then you shouldn't do it. Okay, well, I won, and then now I can think about the next idea. So it's kind of like you're constantly growing and growing and growing, instead of like, okay, yes, COVID has killed me, it's killed a lot of people in so many ways financially, but then we also won, and we've worked on things over this period. I mean, I worked on things over this period. I'm sure you have too.
I definitely have.
Right.
Yes.
So we worked on things that have helped us as women to go, you know, I never had the chance to do this, but I've worked now on this.
That's
I
right.
mean, through the period, I opened 68 TV, which is a network where people can take dance and fitness classes.
Amazing.
You know, we've done live classes and, you know, managed to touch up things in the building. I've focused a little bit more on my brand to then try and help out the woman a little bit more. So,
Yeah.
oh, there's always some phone call. Forgive me for this.
Okay. Businesswoman, you see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta stop it. So I'm sorry, I gotta stop
No,
that one. So
no
yeah,
problem.
so we always, I'm gonna switch it off because otherwise it's gonna jump back up.
No
Let me
problem.
switch it off. So you know what it happens is this period it has actually really helped us all out to, you know what, let's do something different. Let's work on, I never have time for this, I never have time for that. But
True.
now we have the time and there was no excuses. And obviously, if we didn't have the money to do something, you just find a different way. How
Yeah,
many people have done the filming on the phones and then just kind of gone online and then try and sell the product?
that's
It
right.
happens. It can be done just because the big brands have all that money for the sponsorship and the marketing. Listen, a phone, that's all you need. A phone, a space, and just a little maybe computer. And if you don't have a computer, you can edit on your phone.
It's
Things
true.
happen. It's just how much time you want to invest on things and just find different ways of making that money. And then if you have to spend a year recovering, then you spend a year recovering. But we started something. We are not going to let it go, because remember why you started it.
I love
You
that.
cannot just start something and let that consistency drop. Continue what you decided to do from day one, and then you see the product at the end. Let's go through the hard times, the same as a marriage.
Yeah,
The
it's
good
true.
times and the bad times.
Yeah. No, you're completely correct, Tamara. I love the things that you said about not giving up. You know, you pivoted your business. You saw very quickly that, okay, people can't come into the studio, but let's bring it to them with the TV platform. So you brought the dancers to them, the fitness programs to them. So you just sat down instead of sitting down and thinking, God, what do I do? You use this time to grow, to pivot, to work on yourself, to actually look at the brand. Do you ever get a chance to take a step back? We're so busy working,
Oh,
working, working, working. So he
no,
was able to stop and go, actually, I can maybe do this, do that. And this time that we've had, a year, we will never get back. And I've always said to everyone, what have you been doing in that time to
some
get you better?
some people were waiting for the jobs to come back. Some people were like, "Oh, it's okay. Tomorrow, another. I'll start tomorrow. I've got time. I'll start tomorrow." Instead of like, you know what? Okay, maybe you can have 1 or 2 days when you just not on your center, where you just like feeling a little bit out of sync.
Of
But
course.
a year we're talking about. I remember on the 26th of March last
Yeah.
year, my
Remember it?
studio shut down, and I was thinking, what are we going to do? The first lockdown was super hard. I think as we got along, we got used to certain things. But listen, when I look back at the year and the amount of stuff that I've done, including my business and all the refurbishments I've done in my house to improve, my environment in case something like this was to happen in the future, I feel extremely proud. And I hope there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way. I hope you do too.
I do. I absolutely, like Tamara, 26th of March, never forget it. In February the 10th, I released my single, had a massive campaign. Yeah. Spent money on the video, everything. And then boom, it all stopped. And all they were talking about was COVID. And I was so conscious, I can't be making it about me like that. I knew I wanted to present the music, but I had to think and re-strategize. And I cried. It was tough because I put time and effort, energy, money, resource into that. And then I said, you know what? I've got a great platform. Let's try something different. Let's use this for purpose. Let's get people to share their stories and inspire, create hope. And look what's happened. Episodes later, I'm done fantastic on this Who Am I talk. And the music's still doing what it's doing in the background. It's doing successful. So it tells you sometimes in an obstacle, you can find so many different things that you can do. And I haven't stopped. I've actually been busier in this year than I have been outside of the year. Look funny.
You, when people say, oh, I'm sure you had a lot of time to relax. I'm running a business that's not making any income. I spent more money than I thought I was going to be earning on the following months. And then you're telling me I should be relaxing? No, look at you. You got your video out, you got your music out. And then what? You were like, nobody's paying attention to this right now because everybody's thinking about how to survive. So, it's very hard. Listen, just let me know if I can help you out on your single, because I'm sure your music, whatever it is that you're working on, I'm sure my dancers will love it. So
definitely, no, I we're going to be definitely doing some stuff online. I feel it. It's not an accident. I always believe that things happen for a reason. I'm very big on the opening of the universe and connecting with people and doing good things. There's something about people go, oh, you hear successes of people that are not the nicest. Yeah, it's temporary. But I think it's something very powerful when you are doing good. You're giving out the right energy. You're trying to help and use your platform in the best way. And you're giving something else other than yourself. Because I've got my singing and everything, but there's so much more. And I'm so sensitive to people that might not have what I have, and I can help them, whatever that may be. So no, I have no doubt Tamara will be.
It's a great feeling when you connect with people, and especially women. You connect with women and they've gone through something hard, and then you just see them stuck. But then that given moment where you can just push forward and go, hey, I got you. What can I help you with? Let's do it. And then that boost is like, you say you can help me? I'm not, like, some people are just not used to that either. They don't understand the whole helping thing. I love doing it. This is how I've been brought up.
It's hard because people get let down. That's what it is. It's hard.
Yeah. Well, everybody's the same. 7 billion people in the world.
Thank you. And you got to trust this spirit, the right people come together. I'm so grateful. I've got some amazing women around me that encourage and inspire and empower and like fix each other's crowns. I've got this thing about keeping each other's crowns centered. It's very easy when you're seeing your girlfriend or your friend and it's all a bit out of balance. You say, honey, do this. Don't pull them down hard or just rip off the crown. Balance each other out. There's enough, as you just said, there's enough space for everyone to thrive.
There's
everyone to thrive.
This world when people push so much into the competition. Oh, but I gotta be careful because if I do that and she knows about it, then no. Like, if your friend is into fitness and you're into fitness, you do that, I do this, and then at some point we're going to help each other to be doing whatever it is that we're going to be doing. All of these, no, it's like this world is so big and you have something that I don't have, so you're going to provide something to the world that's going to help whoever, and the same as for me. And if we join together, the force is even bigger.
That's right.
So I don't understand this competition thing. I don't know if maybe because we're older and as women and it's different generations, we can see that, but a lot of people just don't get it. And I'm sad, but I hope we can actually, with things like this and talks like this, and if people get to see it, they can know that competition is, first of all, it's healthy, and second, there's enough space in the world for all of us to succeed and just be happy. So let's just stop this. I don't want to help you. I'm going to be doing things by myself.
No.
No, that's not my policy. If you're that kind of person, and start thinking that the world is not made to be by yourself. You cannot be by yourself. It's impossible.
That's correct.
Why are there people in the world?
That's right. No, you're completely right, Tamara. The mindset in the Caribbean and African community, African American community, we call it bad mind. It's a bad mind to even do something like that and not help and elevate others. If you see somebody that can help, be helped, and you can offer that help, why not help? Why
Exactly.
not? And why not open your contacts to people? Obviously, you've got to make sure that reputationally that people who you extend out, they follow through, because obviously you've represented and you've referred. But why
Mm,
not extend and help one another?
yeah,
Why have I got all
absolutely.
this information? Why have I lived the life I have if I can't hand it down to the younger generation and say, guys, try this, do this? That's what it's about, isn't it?
And
So
that's my opinion too.
you're completely correct. And what you've given some amazing nuggets, but what, as an entrepreneur, as a woman entrepreneur, people don't understand. I know they go, oh, this woman thing. Well, no, it's tough for us as women because immediately when we walk in a room, sometimes they might go, oh, what's she up to? Or if you walk into a room and it's surrounded by men, they might over sexualize us. And the list goes on. So our journey is not the same. I'm not man beating. I love my men. I have father, I've got brothers and the other half. I get it, but my walk is different to yours. You
Mhm,
don't have to think about so many things when you're in a position or in a place surrounded by men. That I'll give you an example. I come from a corporate background and I walked into a boardroom and they just immediately thought I'm the one that's doing the minutes. I'm the secretary. No, actually I'm not. I wasn't at the time. I was actually the same position as the man next to me. But he was like, oh, here to do no, no. So immediately these stereotypes that are thrown around because I've well put together and I have my glasses on. Oh, she's got to be here to do the minutes. Well, no, actually, I'm running this meeting. So all these things that they do, it frustrates me. But they don't realize as women, we go through stuff where mothers, we're sisters, we're wives, and we're running businesses, and we're looking after our children, and we're wives looking after our husbands. Let's get real here. And then
mhm.
somehow, we've got a business and someone will go, oh, here she comes again. Well, no, we're absolutely out of this world and give us the credit. And then we birth children. If you sat in a labor room, we are spectacular. And
Mm.
we need to get heard. We need to get heard and they need to understand that.
I just feel it's really sad. I don't know if it's happened to you or not, but the process on the entertainment industry, I what I see it's okay. So we look as sexual figures and sexy and whatnot, but it's kind of like, well, we just looked at that, but then what happens? We don't have a brain.
Thank you.
No, at the end of the day, this thing about women not being able to achieve to do something, for me it's been extremely challenging on even social media comments or trying to criticize or trying to put you down or saying you're this, you're that, and then even trying to create fake stories just for you to just back down from the position that you work so hard to be a leader and to be a mentor
Of course.
on the industry, or just represent the right thing. And then there's always somebody that at some point will try and just go, let me just take that away from you, which is something that you've experienced, I've experienced, and I'm still experiencing. But what you got to think is, you made your decision to do what you want to do, and I'm making the decision. If the people that are around you do not want you to do it, you should never ever allow them to make you feel that you have to stop doing what you're meant to be doing because your heart is telling you to do it.
Mhm.
And if on social media they think, oh, she's a woman, she doesn't get it, or she's doing this but she's not capable, or as you said, you walk into a meeting and they think you're the secretary instead of being the CEO of a company.
Thank you.
That's just a stereotyping. At the end of the day, people's opinions are always going to be one way or the other, but it's also finding the people that you're going to be connecting, and they have the same length of brain, of values and capacity of thinking, instead of constantly having to hear somebody, oh, you're this person, and then you stop yourself and go, okay, let me back down.
Mm,
No, why you should be backing down, where as a human, just as a human, you have the same right to being a CEO than to being a mother,
yes,
than being a secretary, or just being whatever you want to be.
That's
as
right.
long as we have that right. So yes, this industry could be tremendously difficult, but people's opinions are there. But as long as they don't stop you, because that's what's for me. It's not that we don't care,
Of
but
course.
it doesn't stop us. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. You have your goal and trying to destroy me, I have my goal that I gotta keep going.
That's right.
So you know it. You will do it with your music, I will do it with my business, and I will do it with my woman. And whoever doesn't like it doesn't need to be around.
That's correct. That's exactly it, Tamara. You know, put up, or they say put up and shut up, because we ain't changing. We're not moving we're moving in a good direction. What we're
Yeah, like you
doing,
know, life is hard already. Why people want to make it harder than it is? Let people do what they're doing. Why you gotta judge what people are doing? Nobody's giving you the right. Nobody's asking your opinion. Why do you gotta be so adamant and trying to just bring people down? Why?
a lot of it has to do with their own feeling about themselves. It's a
Okay.
reflection. Yeah. So sometimes, because they are not sure about what they are and what they want to be, they then spend that time judging or criticizing, or they're criticizing themselves, and they put that and frame it back onto the other person.
You,
So
yeah,
a lot of it starts with the individual. But when we do encounter characters like that, and I have, and you have, and we will continue to have in the future, you just give them love and say, well, I'm doing me, you do you. And
yeah,
that,
just keep, if you want to keep criticizing and saying these little things about me, my business, my personality, or what I'm trying to planning to do, then keep going, because at the end of the day, though, I don't know you, but the more wood you put into the fire, the more that I want to do, and you want to prove that what they're saying is wrong. And you know what, at the end, the truth always comes out. The reality of things over the years is, you know who you are, and they may not know. And if they want to keep being these people and this character, you know perceived to the world, and they want to be on top of you, so they want to take the publicity, or they want to take that credit from you, because that's what they try and do. They're basically being told, oh, look, this person said this because they said that about. No,
yeah,
your credit is your credit. You work for your things, you work for your music, you are the woman that you are, I am the woman that I am. These people, male, females, kids, young generation, whatever it is, they gotta let it go,
that's
because they can't just be trying to get fame because of you, because your name, because I listen, the experiences we had, I don't know you, but
yeah.
my ones are endless. I could
I
write.
can, I can only imagine for you to. I know you've got a studio in the heart of central London. You've worked with the top creme de la creme of entertainment. I only know that it was not without fire. But
Oh,
oh yeah, I can just imagine. And this is what I love about what's happening in this season. There's a lot of disclosure. There's a lot of people that are being found out for their behaviors, because
mm,
they think it was okay to do these things. Entertainment is not the nicest behind the scenes. People don't realize that. You see the colorful, the beauty, and the dresses, and all the things, and the red carpets, and the step and repeat. You see all of that. But some of the things that women have had to endured in
oh,
entertainment is diabolical, is the word.
yeah. I think that you got the right word.
So, but the fact that you are standing, you're strong, and you're still here, it tells me your resilience is phenomenal. And whatever it is, and whatever they've tried to do, they're just not going to succeed. It's never going to happen.
Let
That's
them be
a
who
fact.
let them be who they want to be.
Definitely. But no, you're amazing, Tamara. And so you're saying the date you're going to be coming out. So is it what day is it?
So we open on the 12th of April. Hopefully, Boris can actually just
I
get
know.
nothing. But 12th of April, Studio 60 at London is opening. We're super excited to just see you guys there. We have a lot of new different teachers, great timetable to enjoy everything possible. We'll got our fitness training going. We'll have our dance classes. We'll have a new program, a Women Academy, that I'm recreating again to get my women confident and back into track for when we obviously get the kick in, and to make sure that, all these women just go, do you know what, let me just start a new life, because I had 1 year of madness, but now this is the time. So if you want to know anything about Studio 68 and you're super excited, same as I am, to start something new and meet new people, even if it's with the mask or without the mask, when we're allowed to take them off, just make sure you head to my website and studio68london.net website and just check it all out, because it's not just going to be us doing our classes and doing all that training. My woman right here, she's gonna come and she's gonna do some rehearsals, so you might catch her in the studio doing her thing. So I'm not gonna say anymore because information is always, you know, a little secret, but you never know, you might get to see her there too.
Definitely 100%, Tamara. I cannot wait. There's a lot of projects going on with my production team. There's an artist that is part of my team and is my brother, called Tesley. He's going to be releasing a single in the summer. So he's a dancer. So I know he's going to have a field day. And the song that we're doing is very much a Spanish R&B sound. So I'm going to be speaking to you tomorrow about dancers, choreographers. I'm so excited when the world opens back up, because I know it's going to be a big party anyway. Whatever this party is, this is one thing. Boris needs to back off, stay in Chat 10 and let us have a good time.
Yeah, he goes this way, we go this
Go
way.
that way. We need, I mean, I know more than ever, and I speak to people, they're almost now at the end of their tether. It's like, okay, brilliant. Not to say we don't want people to be unwell and sick. There's still rules to follow. So I don't want people to think they can break out after watching this. No. But we know within our souls, we need to get out now. We need
our spirits, my spirit, your spirit, we all need to go and do something that's big, including, I need to just jump in the plane and then go somewhere crazy and just
let us know. I know it's going to be electrifying, that party.
Yeah, absolutely
electrifying. But no, and as I said, ladies and gentlemen, Tamara and her Studio 68, if you're an up and coming dancer, you want to get fit, you want to connect with women, I mean, it's the Woman Academy, there's so much going on. So I will be providing this information when I edit this and put it out there. And Tamara, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you so much. It's been super fun. We love, you see, this is what happens. We get on the phone and as women, we never stop talking. And we haven't brought any subjects into it apart from just having a chitty chat. So imagine what it could be. We start talking about men especially. Let's just not do that.
We're going to have another session on that one, ladies and gentlemen. But it's been a pleasure speaking to you, Tamara, and I can't wait to see you in the flesh. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for everything. You know, I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you, beautiful. And I love your eyes. I said that just off camera. Guys, I'll see you very soon. Lots of love. And thank you for making the time to do this today.
Take care.
Bye, mamita. Bye-bye.